Hi, so how you doing? This little video is a bit different than my usual vlogs and stuff. It's more of a update on my health situation. As you can see behind me, I'm working in the studio. This is what I do. I used to be a full-time musician, music producer, mixer, mastering engineer, everything. Not good at anything, but just a master of none. No, was it a jack of all trades, master of none? No, I made a living at it, and I still do it. I'm retired, but I work with people because people ask me to work with them, so I still do stuff, but it's nothing major. But anyway, health issues. I think a lot of people watching this channel know already that I had stage 4 cancer, prostate cancer, that had metastasized to the bones and the lymph nodes and the seminal vesicles and all around the sort of that area, not too far out. I had it in my spine and in my hip, and then I think the lymph nodes that mainly around the center, so it hadn't gone too far up the body or down the body, which is good really, but it was very, very aggressive. It was Gleason 10, which is the most aggressive. Now, 4 years ago, they had just brought out a new protocol which involved chemotherapy and 2 hormone therapies at the same time. It was a very aggressive treatment, which I did for 6 months. I did 4 months of chemo, and then I was, whilst being on 2 types of ADT, they called it, androgen deprivation therapy, where they cut your testosterone so the prostate cancer can't feed itself. And basically I did that, and then I did radiation in December, which was like 8 months later. I got diagnosed in March of 2022. And by the time I got to radiation, my cancer had more or less disappeared. With the treatment, it completely regressed, and I had a tumour of 3 centimetres on the prostate that had reduced from 3 centimetres to 0.2 in 8 months. So they blasted the rest of it with radiotherapy and said that would probably take care of what's around there. And so I did that, and a year later I was kind of in remission. Basically, there was nothing there. But the trouble is with this cancer is that it's, even at a minute level, you still got it. You're incurable. So I had to stay on ADT for the next 3 years. And then 3.5 years later, I didn't have an injection. So I haven't had an injection for a year, because there were 6 monthly injections for the hormone therapy. And I had pills to take as well that I stopped taking. So I've got brain ache that I stopped taking. I came off that, and I haven't had an injection for a year now, but I still have serious side effects from the ADT, which is basically reduces your testosterone to 0. So living without testosterone for a man is very complicated. You lose muscle, you gain weight around your stomach, as you can see in my videos. And although I did lose weight, I've put a bit back on again. I lost 18 kilos, and then I put back on about, I went down to from 86 to 68. That's nearly 18, yes, 18 kilos. And then I went back up to 77, and now I'm back down to 74.9 this morning. So I've come back down again from going back up a little bit. So I'm kind of trying to control my weight by watching what I eat, and I do some fasting from time to time and stuff like that, and loads of exercise. That's the key. Walking every day. I walk quite a lot. And so I'm having blood tests tomorrow to see where I'm at. So I'll update that tomorrow, and I'm going to go and see the rheumatologist this morning about my osteoporosis that I had in my spine. Well, I still have it because of the cancer, and the treatment doesn't do you any good. So you have to have this other treatment called Zometa, where it reinforces your bones. And I'm going to go and see her because apparently it's quite good. It's come back up again, the density, so that's pretty good. But other than that, I'm still on hormone therapy basically, because I've got no testosterone still. It's still I can feel it because I'm getting all the symptoms, which is hot flashes, waking up at night, and I got stiffness in my hands and numbness in my feet and my hands. That gets quite aggressive. That's from chemo. So it's an ongoing thing. I don't know where I'm at yet. I will be more kind of like, I will know more tomorrow about where I'm going. So I will get back to you tomorrow on this subject, and this is going to be a little bit of a separate video. I'll probably post this on both my channels actually. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Here I am out on the paddleboard. So I had my results, and they were really good. I mean, it's just like my testosterone's still at 0.4 and my PSA is 0.03, and like I said, the testosterone at 0.4. So my oncologist says if it goes above 0.5, the testosterone should go back on treatment, hormone therapy, right? But I got to have a scan in September, which is in a couple of months' time, because my arm's hurting. Because basically, he said there's been a study on the fact that people like me who have lesion 10, which is the most aggressive sort you can have, the PSA doesn't really reflect what's going on. Like my PSA was only 5.5 when I got diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic. You know, it was already metastatic, and it was like, wow, they were going, oh dear, you know, this is a bit dodgy. So basically what that means is that they're not sure if the 0.03 is reliable kind of PSA measurement. So I've got to go and have a PSMA PET scan to see if there's any spots or anything's come back, but it's not showing up on PSA. There's 15% chance that that's happened, because I flatlined at 0.03 for 3 years now, over 3 years, and it hasn't budged. So it's a bit idea, is that you know, viable or not? I hope it is. If it is, then it's really good news. Then if there's no trace of any sign of any illness, then any cancer, then I can maybe look at different alternatives to hormone therapy. I wouldn't mind looking at immune therapy, because hormone therapy is, what it does, it suppresses your testosterone, so the cancer can't feed, because prostate cancer feeds on testosterone, and that's why they suppress it. It's called hormone therapy, and it's very difficult for men to have no testosterone, because you lose your muscle, you put on gut weight around your belly, and you have really bad hot flushes and fatigue, and it's bad for your heart, and it's really bad for your bones. And I'm on bone treatment as well, which is doing really well for osteoporosis in the spine, where I had metastases in the spine, in the hip, and I don't know where else, I can't remember, in other parts. But so it's not like, you know, over and done with. It's ongoing. I think the treatment's lifelong, but I'd like to know if there's some kind of immune therapy, but you have to qualify, your genes have to be a certain gene type for it to work. So I don't know. I mean, if I can come off immune therapy, because like I was saying, immune therapy, the problem with that is that you become resistant after a certain amount of time, and then the cancer just comes back because it's resistant to that treatment. So and that can happen at any time, or it can never happen. So it's a risk you need to take. But the longer you stay on, the more you kind of got a risk of it coming back, or you're going resistant to that treatment. So yeah, so I'm still in it, but it's looking good. I still feel healthy. I can still walk a lot, although I have more trouble waiting than walking. It's weird. It's just because my neuropathy in my feet and my hands comes on when I don't move. So if I'm stuck in a queue or something, I get really bad. But if I'm walking, it's okay, because the blood's circulating, you know, it's kind of, you don't feel it. But neuropathy in your feet and your hands after chemo is a nightmare. It really is strong at night, comes on and wakes me up in the, I don't wake up to pee anymore, I wake up because of that. And so I get up and I rinse my hands. The only thing that calms it down is cold water. I run cold water on my feet and my hands, and it calms it down straight away, it goes away. So as soon as it comes on, I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, I just rinse my hands and under hot water, under cold water, sorry, and that works great. So that's a remedy for anyone who's looking to calm neuropathy symptoms. Might not work for everyone, but it works for me. But it still gets me up a couple of times a night, so it's not that brilliant. I never get a night's sleep, but anyway, so it's good. Yeah, I'm gonna head back. I'll catch you later.